Okay. So Q&A. And the yeah, how's your practice going? I just want to. And by the way,
It's
this Q&A is super open and there's no structure. So you can pretty much now it's just you, maybe someone else will join, who knows? But you can ask anything you want related to the practice, related to the theory, even related to something you read about meditation, some other techniques, anything. I'm happy to share anything that I know.
okay then. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing practice. Sometimes I have to go college, so I can't do morning meditation, but I do like when I come from college, like 4 o'clock the morning meditations, and then 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock evening meditation. But I'm doing all the meditations, all the recording, and then
Hmm.
also I'm attending question and answer or live sessions. And yeah, I'm doing it, but sometimes I miss it, and sometimes because of busy a little bit. But I'm trying to focus on my nostril, and then yeah, I feel my head is like heavy when I finish the meditations. I think like here, but it's not like bad, but I feel it like yeah,
Some feeling of pressure or something in the head.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but it's not unpleasant. It's just like something there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And during your meditation, how do you feel? You feel you can focus or not so much? Is there a lot of distraction? How is your body
Like
feeling?
I like there is like I can easily stay like for 1 hour. It's not problem for me. But sometimes like after half an hour, like in the beginning, I'm focusing all my breathing. But it later is like I'm in dreaming, and then sometimes I feel like I was sleeping or something. But when I open my eyes, I was not sleeping, but I was not here. Something like this problem. And then I see, and you said me like yeah, focus on the beginning and in ending of the breath. So I try to do that, but sometimes it's like yeah, my mind were running a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good, good. And what do you do when you recognize, oh, I wasn't here, or I was dreaming, or I was thinking, whatever?
Try to come on again on my nostrils, and then I try to focus, but after a few minutes again disappear and something like this. But whenever I recognize that I was in dreaming and I was in thought, I try to come back, and I feel like oh, and I also feel like yeah, that's good that I'm recognizing that I'm in dream. And a little bit you said like be happy or say something, so I feel relief. Oh yeah, I'm recognizing my thought. I feel like this.
Excellent. Good, good. That's a good approach.
But
And
there is sorry, there is a lot of thought, like a lot of thought. I never recognize this much thought, like when I close my eyes, and sometimes like imagination. And the trouble is I feel like when there is thought, I recognize this is thought. But when there is like imaginations, and like something like a film, like a movie, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
that's trouble. And that's it's kind of like a dream. So I disappear, from that imagination, and that is
yes,
trouble.
yes. Yeah, sometimes, especially when our concentration getting better, the
Mm.
thoughts, they're becoming so vivid that it's seeming like you get really stuck in them, and the thought is so vivid and real, and it's like a dream. You're dreaming, and it's
Yeah,
not so much like a thought like I am thinking this and that, but it's becoming really like reality.
yeah,
So yeah, those are also very important to recognize. But yeah, as you see, the thoughts, they have very different kind of flavors. Sometimes it's just some thought like talking to myself like, oh, now I'm meditating, oh, I should be doing this, or blah blah blah. Sometimes it's more visual, like an imagination. Sometimes
yeah,
the feeling is also, the thinking can be feelings like feeling this emotion, that emotion, feeling pleasant, dreamy, thinking about
yeah.
this. But can be also feeling different
And
flavors of the thought.
yeah, and also like when I'm sleeping, I also feel when I'm sleeping, like when I close my eyes, there is a lot of thought. Even I wake up, I feel it's a dream, but these are a lot of thought. I feel like, like every time I'm in thought, I feel like this.
Mm. Yeah, this is really
There,
good. You're starting to recognize more and more. First, when we start meditating, we think,
yeah,
oh wow, there's so many thoughts, but they were there all the time. We just didn't see them before.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
good you're starting to see this, and this is really the first step to keep seeing. Ah, this is mine. This is feeling of body. So to see, ah, this is the feeling of breath. This is the mind. To be able to discriminate, not discriminate, to discern. what is body, what is mind. So you're starting to have more moments. Look, I just waking up and now so many thinking, like you're starting to see, this is very good.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Mind and body.
And I also like when I try to get away from the thought, I will say, this is not me, this is just thought. So why don't you chase behind the thoughts? And I sometimes I try, this come and go, so you don't have to go on it, you don't have to dissolve on this thought, because sometimes it comes and goes, and there is like thousand of thought, and then they try to make us like the thought comes. But if we, and I tried, I don't have to be this, because this is thought, it will come and it will go. Sometimes I feel like this and I feel prison. I mean stillness, like aliveness or something, when I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this. But yeah, but there is a lot of thought.
Yeah. Coming and going. It's thinking is the nature. Thinking is not something that we are trying to stop or make it go away or something like this. Thinking is
Yeah.
nature. Thinking will come just like we get hungry, just like we get thirsty. Thought is thought and is nature. But when we see the thought clearly for what it is, this is just a thought, it's not reality, then we don't suffer as much from it because we can recognize when worrying, when desires are happening, etc. Yeah, good,
Okay.
good.
Nice.
Sounds like you have some experience before also, which is helping.
Before, yeah, I also have done a little bit before, but I didn't have a module or guidance. So uh, I did like 3 months, and then before, like in March, I said, like in March there is my birthday, and I said I will start meditation now. I did it meditations, like there was no guidance. I saw one YouTube video, and then there was like, it says you don't have to do anything, just see the body, and then the moment of the body, when there is moment you can feel it. And I did it, and then after like 3 months I feel like, oh, when something comes, I couldn't get away from it, and I found it like it's a bad way, so I stopped. And then I started to listen S. N. Goenkaji, and then
Mm-hmm.
I feel that's the way I was looking for. And then I started to listen him, and he said, do some Anapanasati like 10 minutes a day, not much. And then I was starting like 15 days, 20 days ago, some the Anapanasati for 10 minutes like this. And then I see, and I one day I was looking Vipassana meditations, where can I do it here in Europe? And I found Vipassana at home, and then I
Mm-hmm.
see that.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, good, good. Anapanasati is a nice way to start.
Yeah.
Um, do you have any questions?
Uh, my question is like, when I'm nothing, when I'm doing nothing, can I also focus on my nostrils, or I have to focus all my breathing process?
When you're doing what? Doing nothing?
When I'm staying at bed and doing nothing, it is better to focus on breath rather than using phone or something. So I was trying to focus,
Nice.
but sometimes it's so boring to focus only on this area. So sometimes I do whole process, the breathing process.
Yeah,
But
I understand. Yeah, so you mean when you're kind of just relaxing or nothing specific, chilling out,
yeah,
not meditating properly. Yeah, you can focus on the whole breath in the body, and then that's fine. If you want to if you want to really narrow and sharpen the attention and in preparation for Vipassana, then you can go
yeah,
for the breath here. But if you're just
yeah,
chilling and relaxing, especially let's say if you want to fall asleep or something, no need to have such intense attention. Better to focus on the whole body, relaxing and breathing. Yeah, that's completely fine.
okay, okay,
Sometimes also more difficult to feel the sensation, the feeling of
yeah,
breathing here, then you can feel
yeah,
more the whole body, especially during your day, etc.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for
Mm,
now?
it's like, how can I mean how can I live more on present, like, yeah, it's when I'm focusing on breathing, it's only on breathing. But sometimes when I stay present, I feel so peaceful, like mindfulness. And I want that, like, not doing, like, yeah, I want that mindfulness. But yeah, is it, but I think we can learn it later on Vipassana, yeah, how to be.
Yeah. Do you mean during your day?
Yeah, during a day.
Yeah. So the easiest place to create mindfulness is with the body. So which is why
Okay.
we start with body. So we start with the breathing. Also tomorrow we will do body scanning. So the body sensations is the easiest place to create the mindfulness of the present moment, because the body sensations are always happening in the present moment. They're arising. So when we feel the body sensations clearly, like can be also the feeling of touching. Like if I go to pick up like one object or something, I feel the touching. That can be easy way. Also with sound, recognizing the hearing,
Yeah.
recognizing the seeing,
Yeah.
tasting, smelling can also be ways to
Yeah. Yeah.
establish mindfulness. But they're also being careful that, because when you are hearing and you're already recognizing, I'm hearing the river which is flowing over there, that's already a thought. So the
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
is the thinking is very quickly. The moment of hearing coming, and then straight after is the moment of thinking, I'm hearing a river in the background and it's this kind of river and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So body is usually more simple, more easy. You can recognize hearing in the ear, seeing in the eye. And later also when you get more skill, you can even be mindful of your thinking. So when you see the thinking clearly, it doesn't bother you. It's still present moment.
Okay.
But just taking more skills. So we training with the body, training with the breath first, then training with the body sensations, and later you can do it with anything. But this is step by step. No need to rush and do it tomorrow or something. But it taking time, taking some weeks, some months, some years maybe, and getting
Yeah.
better and better a little bit. It's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I just check in with another person here on the call.
Cheers.
If they have anything. Hello, Eva. How are you? You feel free to introduce yourself and ask
Yes,
any questions.
uh, sorry, I'm having problems with technology. So, look, I'm completely new to meditation, but I want to. I'm an athlete, an endurance athlete, and I want to apply it to my training. So I think that I'm rushing it a little bit, and this is for the next 4 days, isn't it? Is when you start applying meditation to the body.
Yes.
The training. So I think that I need to write them.
Yeah. What kind of endurance you were running or biking, or what kind of?
I do Ironman, so I swim, I run, and I bike.
Yes.
So it's 4Ks swimming, 200Ks on bike, and a marathon.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Ironman athlete.
Yeah, Ironman. Yeah. So I want to apply that to. I want to apply meditation and the control of my brain, of my mind, to my training.
Yes.
But it is to enhance my performance pretty much.
What are you currently doing when you're running? What do you do with your mind, your attention?
That's
When you're
my problem.
swimming, you're
It's going everywhere.
going everywhere.
Yeah. So what I want to do, what I need to do is to focus. Normally I scan my body and focus on the technique, but after a while it wears off. It's too many hours doing training.
Yeah. The key thing is for you is so yeah, you're already recognizing correctly. Mindfulness of the body sensation will just keep you in the moment of that stroke, that jog or something. Doing like something more specific, like a body scan when you're doing the exercise, will take a bit more brain power, which can help you get stay more in the task. But if you're using it too much, focusing too much and trying too much, it will become difficult because there's tension in the mind and there's kind of pushing and fighting against the other stuff, which is trying to capture your attention, like a feeling of fatigue or discomfort or thinking, etc.
Yeah, I just want to get into flow.
Yeah. So flow coming and going, that's normal. But for you recognizing just what now, just keep what now, what now, what now. No need to have some thinking like, oh, I need to do this for 1 hour, I need to do this for 2 hours, or no need to think about the time or how long, but just what's happening now in the body. And you can use this, you use this anchor like, what now? What now? Okay, now I'm feeling the water against my skin. Okay, now I'm feeling the feeling of my muscle in my leg. Okay, now I'm feeling. You don't have to say this, but you're just recognizing, I'm feeling this. And you can stay with either the most obvious thing, like especially when you're doing the activity, can be just the most obvious feeling, like the feeling in the hand, the feeling in the legs, the feeling whatever, or the breath can also be nice. Or you can do more the body scan, but as I said, because this is more concentration, then sometimes it's not working so much.
So you don't focus on the technique, you just focus on the feeling.
The all the technique is doing is really just getting you to be more aware of body sensations, so that the mind automatically feels body sensations. It's the technique is just the training to be continuously aware of
The body.
and everything in the beginning, just the body, but also later everything, mind and body. And the technique is kind of like just it's like when you're learning how to I don't know, when you're learning how to run or something. In the beginning, the technique is super important, and you're really trying to drill like this technique of how to do this. But then when that's in the body, then you can be more open, and it's a much more about the flow and blah blah blah, other stuff. Like, or when you're playing guitar or learning something like this, like first you focus on the scales and training the drilling. That's what we're doing when we're doing body scanning. But then it's more open, and then you need to more improvise and allow what's coming naturally.
It's gonna take a while, I reckon.
Pardon?
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's as long as it's helping you right now, and as long as it's making a little bit better your life right now, and this training and this minutes, then that's all we need. We don't need to achieve or become something, or just it's helping you right now. That's enough, and then over time it's just accumulating.
Okay. So you just break it to the moment, just feeling.
Moment.
Okay.
Exactly. Just this moment. This moment is the only moment. The moment you're sitting here right now. You're training, you will be your training. When you're training, you will be there in the moment, and you'll keep recognizing the moment, the feeling, the sensation. And moment by moment, step by step.
Okay.
No need to think about the whole thing.
I tell you tomorrow how did it go.
Okay, you're training today?
I'm training every day. Well, tonight I'm in New Zealand, so it's 9:20 p.m.
Okay.
So tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, what? Running or walking or swimming or biking?
Swimming and biking.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let me know. Just the moment. Just a moment. Just this pedal. Just the stroke.
Yes. Okay. I'll do that. I'll let you know. Thank you. But yeah, I'm looking forward for the next days. I think that is gonna be amazing.
Good. Good. Do you have any other questions, April?
No, I don't. No.
Okay. Good for now. Great. Check on the third person who joined. I don't know your name because it just says Zoom user. But welcome. Feel free to ask anything.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Emmanuel from Greece. Good morning.
Hello, Emmanuel. Nice to have you
here. Sometimes I'm get confused that my breath is not there anymore. Like I don't know when I'm inhale or exhale. It's something that's totally confusing for me.
And so when does it usually happen in your session?
Around this morning lasted a lot, that I couldn't be specific if I'm inhale or exhale. And even though I could feel in the triangle, in my nostrils, the air, sometimes I got the loss of the feeling that rather breathing in or breathe out.
Okay, and what do you feel there in this triangular area?
Actually, I feel the essence of the air that comes and go, like that.
Could you be
And I
more
keep,
specific what kind of sensation you feel?
it's like um, it's like the air, the flow of the air is very sensitive and very light. I could describe like that.
Mm-hmm. And it feels the same or it feels different? It's changing.
It feels almost the same when I'm breathing or breathe out. And sometimes I have totally lost the sense if my breathing comes in or out.
Okay, but you
Even though
are in those moments you are with the breath. I mean, you are with the feeling in
correct,
the area. Correct. Okay,
correct.
that's not a problem. So as you when your concentration is deepening and when you're trying to feel this triangular area, in the beginning the mind is more using the idea, okay, this is an inhale, this is an exhale, this is the pause, etc. The mind is still conceptualizing, classifying the sensory information. But if you're continually focusing on the sensation, those concepts they don't matter anymore. Then you're just continually feeling the sensation that is arising, the feeling, and then
So
you might not necessarily know, this is inhale, this is exhale. But as long as if you're feeling the sensation and if you're really feeling what is there and not trying to create anything and just feeling what is continually there. Sometimes it's the feeling of the breath touching, sometimes more like feeling tingly, sometimes more vibration, sometimes more pressure, sometimes this, sometimes that. That's great. That's good.
okay.
Does it resonate what I'm saying?
No, that was my main question. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's good that we don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks a
Is
lot.
there what else? What else do you have? Anything else?
No. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Great, Emmanuel from Greece. Great to have you from Greece.
Correct. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's a wonderful session. It's a wonderful session. It's experience.
Sorry, could you repeat that? The sound cut out from your end a little bit.
It's yeah. It's a unique experience, the whole process. And thank you so much for any effort.
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Oh. Great. So yeah, we have a few more minutes. If anyone has anything else, you can really, you don't have to ask about technique. Also, if you're curious about anything else, how something else that you've been practicing before, how it fits within the context of this technique, and yeah, anything, if anyone has anything.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Maybe to share a little bit more about this combination with sports, because this is also really one of my researches, because I really enjoy movement, especially freediving and improvisation dance. And in freediving especially, I find this awareness of the body so crucial in helping me to go deeper, go longer, and stay for a longer time underwater. Because when I go down, if there's many thoughts, it's using a lot of energy, using a lot more carbon dioxide being created, and the feeling much more unpleasant underwater. But if I just stay with the moment to moment of the feeling of the sensation, the feeling of wanting to breathe, the feeling of holding the rope, the feeling of water against my skin, the vision even in the water. It's really helping to collect and gather the mind much more into the experience, and not so much the mind going into the worries. And sometimes the worry is still coming, but it's okay. We just like in the meditation, letting them come, letting them be there, not pushing them away, creating a lot more more often this flow state that we all strive to be in during our movement practices. Yeah.
So you focus on the feeling of the moment rather than being thinking on anything else, just the feeling of the moment.
Yeah, this is the easiest place to do it. The easiest place to create the mindfulness is with the body, the feeling of the body. But
Okay.
but when I notice there's a very strong thought or something, I don't try to, because it's careful not to use the body as something to push everything else away. Like, oh, I noticed there's some worry there. Okay, let me focus really strongly on the body, so I push that thought away. This is not the Vipassana way.
So
It's
you
much
don't.
more. Pardon?
It's like if you don't fight your thoughts, you just go with the flow, pretty much.
Exactly. Go with the
Okay.
flow and anchoring, but anchoring in the body, recognizing the thought, the worry, the fear, not pushing away, letting it be there, letting it come, letting it go, but the body is the home, kind of.
If you have some physical pain, how do you overcome it? Just accepting it and just letting it go?
In the meditation or in the sport?
In the sport,
In the sport.
if you have some,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, assuming it is pain which is not kind of damaging or something, like, not like, but
no,
for example, with the
just
pain,
of being
the dis
tired.
yeah, exactly. Okay, with discomfort, the fatigue. So, for
Mhm.
example, when freediving, there's a lot of pressure and discomfort in the chest and belly because the body wants to breathe.
Yeah,
I kind of like recognizing the moment-to-moment sensation of it, like because usually the mind is kind of like making it into something big and solid, like, I want to breathe and this is painful to me, and
yeah,
I want to breathe so strongly now, and it creating this kind of block of thick thing. But when I'm looking more closely at this, what is this block actually made out of? Okay, this block is made from some verbal thoughts, like there's the voice like, oh, I need to breathe. There's some feeling, some sensation. Oh, one sensation here in my chest, which is coming and going. The feeling of my diaphragm. Okay. The feeling in my throat. Okay. Then I just kind of dissecting and bringing clarity of awareness and observation into this thick, solid thing, and bringing clarity into it. Moment to moment, this is happening. And what I actually thought was one big solidified thing is just a changing process of different phenomena. The thought, the mind, the body. Everything is mind and body.
so you calm your mind so you don't go into panic. And then it's when you really can't breathe.
Yeah, when you're looking closely, the panic is not arising. The panic is arising when the thoughts snowballing. When the
Yeah,
thought, I want to breathe, come, and then, oh my God, I need to breathe. Oh my God, and then snowballing, and then the
yes,
panic comes. Because panic doesn't come like this. Panic is building. It can build quickly,
really
but it's
quickly.
building. It can build very quickly, but it's building one thought after another, after another, after another. And usually also, because it's a lot of unpleasant sensation, because tomorrow we talk more about this in the lecture, but
Okay.
essentially body and mind, and they're always causing each other, like unpleasant feeling in the body, unpleasant thought causing more unpleasant feeling in the body, unpleasant feeling causing more thought, and mind and body influence each other moment to moment. And when we just have a clear observation of, this is just body, this is just mind, it cutting this process of cause and effect. And it just becomes that, just the feeling, just the thought, just the feeling, just the thought, just the thought, just the feeling.
Okay.
I'll talk more in detail tomorrow about it.
Fantastic. Yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Is there anything else? Otherwise, we will conclude the
Right.
session.
No, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining spontaneously. And hope to see you tomorrow in the lecture. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.